Good day. Welcome to this devotion. We bought this iron many years ago, and when we bought it, it had a warning on it. Don't iron clothing that you're wearing. And I thought it was quite funny, and I was telling people about it, only to discover that most irons that we bought has a warning on it that says don't iron clothing that you're wearing, which personally I think is quite bizarre. But since then I've come to realize it's a real thing. People actually do try and iron their clothing while wearing it and end up burning themselves. But have you ever noticed how many warnings we have around us? You buy a car and there's a warning on the mirror. Images are closer than what they appear to be. You buy a cup of coffee, takeaway cup of coffee, and there's a warning on it that says, watch out, the coffee is hot. But there are so many warnings coming at us. It's almost made, well, me personally, and I'm assuming you too, immune or almost deaf to all these warnings. Then the other day I was called out for being silent when I should have spoken. And my initial response was one of surprise that I was being corrected, or I was being warned, not so much what the warning was. And since then I've come to realize that it is our duty to warn each other of dangers and of things that we see wrong that the other person doesn't see. Ezekiel, an Old Testament prophet, in chapter 3, he was commissioned to warn the nation about dangers coming. And what I say interesting about his commission was that he was warned that he would be held accountable if he didn't warn the people. If he saw danger coming and kept quiet about it, there was an accountability to that. If he warned people, and whether they listened or not was not the problem. The problem was in delivering the message at the right time. Now that brings me back to where I was with my problem of being corrected. And it is interesting because my reaction to being corrected surprised me. Because we are called to correct, we are called to warn one another, not criticize, not to judge one another, but we are called to warn one another. Jesus tells us that you must love your neighbor as you love yourself. And I think part of that expression of love is to warn one another in a loving way of danger that they don't see. My prayer is that you learn to warn people around you in a loving way. And when you are warned, that you will accept that in a loving way. Until we meet again, God bless.